What's up, everyone? I hope you all are having a wonderful and blessed day, and if not, I do hope that it gets better. I would like to say thank you to all of you for stopping by the channel and checking out today's video. It means a lot to me and I do appreciate it. Now, if you're enjoying the content that you're seeing here and you wouldn't mind continuing to help support not only me but the channel as well, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell icon so you can stay notified whenever my future content hits the channel. Now today, we're going to be talking about how deep the replayability could be for Gotham Knights. Now, just to start it off, the gear system and the way the city works already establish a strong sense of replayability. Crimes in Gotham are happening every single night, with them ranging from hacking crimes to smuggling vans, bomb threats, and more. Now, you'll be able to clear out crime for the current night so all of Gotham can take a breather, but once the next night gets here, crime will be back in full force. It's designed that way to ensure that you will always have something to do, even if it's minor. The gear is easier to explain because whenever you're playing an RPG, searching and grinding for gear, there's always something for you to test out, some new build to make, be it good or bad, but there's also the matter of testing out the builds. You have the maestros out in the world who will be able to fine-tune their build to the minute detail, almost to the point of being able to correctly call out how much damage they can deal every single time. And then there are some who aren't really all that dedicated, but that's okay. They just want to make something cool and run with it. The whole point is that there's room for everyone to get their work in. Some people want simple builds and others are looking to go for a high critical chance and damage build with a poison status effect sprinkled on top of that. So I imagine that those people will have no problem finding some solid replayability for a while until some new content arrives. Now, for some people, the constant missions appearing every night can be enough, but then you start to think about the bigger fish in the sea. Harley, Freeze, Clayface, the current villains that are plaguing Gotham City as of right now. These are villains with their own dedicated side mission story arcs, but the question here is, would we be able to replay those boss fights? Because normally in some games you can't replay those kind of missions. Once it's done, it's done. You would have to go and make a whole new save for that, which I will get into in a moment. We know that there will be in-game content, but we don't know exactly what the content will be as of yet. One thing for sure is that raids are a no, because most games that feature a raid doesn't really have less than 4 players. And when you think about what raids are and how they're made, a 2-player raid would be weird, insane. It wouldn't even be a raid at that point. Now, we did have the 4-player rumor going around some months back when the PlayStation Store updated the listing by accident, stating that the game was going to become 4 players instead of 2, but that was debunked by the developers because it was a mistake. Now, if we ever do get raids, that 4-player mishap would need to become a reality alongside it. But since we're just dealing with basic co-op, right? One of the best examples that I can think of would be something like strikes and events from Destiny 2. Let me explain what they are really quickly. Strikes are co-op missions for 3 players. Just like story, strikes have a recommended level and objective set in advance. The players have to complete various tasks while fighting a large group of enemies and one or a few bosses. There are 3 special types of this available. You have Vanguard strikes, heroic strikes, and nightfall strikes. The first one, which is Vanguard, is connected to the Vanguard faction, and that lets you go on random strike missions with a higher difficulty. The players will get points and reputation that'll let them earn gear and equipment from that faction. Heroic and Nightfall, which are probably more in tune with what could be introduced in this game, are weekly strikes that don't support random teams. They have a much higher level of difficulty and modifiers that introduce additional game mechanics. This could transition into Gotham Knight with the same intentions, being able to replay or play new missions at a higher difficulty with new mechanics, or just doing certain missions to obtain gear from a certain gear set, so to say, right? Events, however, which is the second mission type that I had brought up earlier, happen at random moments. Choosing to join in will grant some decent gear and a large amount of XP. For example, let's say if there's a gang fight happening in the Bowery between the Regulators and the Freaks, and Robin talks to you over the comms and lets you know exactly what's going on, why it's happening, this and that, yada yada yada. You would have the option to either step in, break up the fight between the gangs, or you could just let it play out, do nothing, and go about your night. Now, I don't know if New Game Plus has been confirmed. I think it has. Someone in the comments, please let me know. I'm like 87% sure it's been confirmed. But if you're the type of person that's curious to see how events will play out with a different character at the center, starting a new save would be the way to go, because the dialogue is different, the cutscenes are different, it's a different experience. The story is the same, but you'll be able to replay everything and get a different take on it, which I know some people definitely would enjoy. So I would say my verdict here, based off everything we know, the replayability options are looking decent so far for Gotham Knights. They don't look extremely deep, but hopefully that can change in the future once, you know, new content starts rolling in and we have more stuff to sink our teeth into. But if there's anything I personally would want to be added, it would be the ability to replay mission chains, or at the very least boss fights on higher difficulties, right? Because doing those and cranking up the difficulty could definitely be a lot of fun, just in general, and also good for people who want to test out their builds and play the game at a much harder difficulty. Because I know some of y'all like Elden Ring and Dark Souls and whatnot. Y'all like to be punished. I know about y'all. But with all that being said, that's gonna bring the video to a close. I hope you guys have had a great time here. Let me know down in the comments below how you feel about the replayability for Gotham Knights. Is it deep? Is it shallow? What would you like to see get added into the future to help the replayability aspect? And again, if you've enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so that you'll never miss out on any of my Gotham Knights related content. And I will catch y'all in the moonlight. Peace.
Tryna live life, pull up to the club with the bottles on ice. Need a back end by the end of the night. I'm an artiste and a socialite. Tryna do it big, tryna live life, pull up to the club with the bottles on ice. Need a back end by the end of the night. I'm an artiste and a socialite.